And
Housing market.
that's a big question. Is that going to come back, in a year or 2 years? And I think that's going to be a real TBD, directly related to the affordability that the work environment provides people to be able to move out, potentially have a better quality of life, and still, make the incomes they were making and meet the job requirements by being within the city. So it's in flux right now. But even during the financial crisis, that New York, San Francisco, renting real estate, they took a hit, but not a huge hit. We've already seen that more drastic in the first 6 months than we saw in the 5 years of the financial crisis.
So let's talk about the inventory, because the limited inventory certainly is what's driving the prices higher at such a rapid rate.
Yeah.
Inventory down 18.6% year on year in August. What are the prospects here if you've got these viewers who are saying, well, I do want to own a home, but is there going to be more inventory on the market if I, say, wait 6 more months?
So that's a great question. Let's tie this to the home builder sentiment. You saw Lennar come out last week, and they had record earnings. So the home builders are not only expanding in the footprints that they had right now to build, many of them are doubling down for different houses because they're realizing that demand's online of, okay, I can move to the suburbs, I can design my high-tech office, I can design a high-tech school for my children, and I can get it at a rate that maybe I didn't think I could afford because interest rates have dropped over a point in the last 12 months. So I'm really looking to the home builders is really we're going to be where the new inventory is coming from that's going to meet the ever-growing demand for not just the first-time home buyers, but the move-up home buyers and the change of lifestyle home buyers that are all kind of colliding right now at the same time.
What about the issue of foreclosures? We have heard a lot about the moratoriums that have kept a lot of these homeowners in place, able to stay in their homes with that payment not due several months down the line. And yet you have to wonder, if you couldn't pay 3 months ago, you certainly aren't going to be able to pay 6 months from now. Is that like
a great question.
Inventory in a big way?
My answer is no. It's not going to increase inventory in a big way, but let me give you the dynamics why it's not going to be. In the last 8 years, the mortgage products that were out there, when people bought their houses, they built up a tremendous amount of home equity. So even if they're at a point now where they've been in deferrals for 3 to 9 months in forbearance, and if they get to a point where they finally realize that life situations are such that we're going to go in and sell that house, there's enough home equity in those houses. And home price appreciation has maybe dropped 1% this year. So it's not like it's down 15%, that they're going to be most likely to make a decision to put that home on the market and sell it versus going through the entire foreclosure process and walking out with nothing. That's a very different dynamic that was in the 2008 crisis than today.
It's certainly an interesting dynamic to continue to follow there. Jeff, really good insight. Jeff Taylor is a co-founder and managing director at Digital Risk.
Thank you for having me.
Coming up.